just like fan cheering for everything whenever you saw all the different stuff that popped up and everything. Yeah, it's good.
Welcome back,
go see
Ryan.
Doctor Strange.
I have not bought my tickets yet, but I think I'm going to go to like a late show on Thursday night. I got having been
what are we
gone
talking
from
about?
the house, just going to the theaters post pandemic.
Ah,
I don't mind going to a theater with an empty crowd. Like a crowd at the theater doesn't do a lot for me, but there are some movies like No Way Home with all of its big reveals, and then Infinity War, Endgame had their big moments. It was kind of cool having all that kind of big of a fan base in there. But like, if I'm just gonna go see it
I got to watch a bootleg of No Way Home, and so I kind of got that crowd flavor because I got to see people walking in front of the camera and cheering on the right parts and all that, and I just did it along and by myself in my room.
The first pirated movie I ever watched was The Matrix, and when I downloaded it on my dial-up modem, I was watching
a couple
it.
days later.
Wow. I was like, "Wow, this is horrible! Like, it's so dark, I can't see anything." And so I went and saw Matrix in the theaters instead. And I was like, "Oh wow, this movie was just dark, and you can't see anything."
that's just the movie.
It is very dark. Yeah.
Well, welcome back, everybody. This is Last Call. Ryan had to go help
everybody.
neighbor move something. You survived. You didn't.
It was a door. It was like a back door.
Heyo.
You had to.
You're moving in.
You had to help them open their back door.
Oh yeah.
Move some things in their back door.
I had to put it in their shed.
So what's been your drink of choice up there in the Battery?
Well, I'm at Terry's house, and so it's Bud Light.
That's pretty much all she has, right?
All Bud Light all the time.
Whole
she
fridge,
actually
just Bud Light.
You know, working in the restaurant and alcohol industry, she has all kinds of like. I the first night I was up here, I was drinking some bottle of rye she had. I got locked up on that. I was not feeling good the next morning, and I had to go do yard work. That was bad. You know, that sucks when you can't go into your own house because your family is stricken with the plague, but you still have to go down there and do yard work. So I was working in my yard and couldn't even go inside. That was fun.
You should just hired someone to go do it for you and say, "I'm there in spirit."
Yeah, that would have been much nicer.
All right, Moon Knight.
Yeah. Moon Knight.
It's good, right?
It was fantastic.
It's so good. It's so good. Nothing even happened. There was no action at all.
I hate that we do this. I hate that we do this like the day before the next episode comes out.
I know.
So if you've not watched Moon Knight at all, Tim, you've not watched it. You don't have Disney Plus, do you? I'll give you my login. Hey, Disney Plus, don't listen to that. I won't do it.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight, like Knight.
Yeah.
Like the Knights of the Round.
Like the Knights of Knee.
2 words, got it. Moon Knight.
Yeah.
It
is.
It's
so good.
He's a very I would consider him like kind of a
white glove.
A B minus rated superhero for Marvel, maybe even a C rated superhero for Marvel.
He's considered a street level hero.
He is a street level hero.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if that's true. I mean, he's maybe street level like Spider-Man is.
Yeah, Spider-Man's a street level hero.
I know, but he's got the guns to like keep up with the non-street level. You know what I'm saying?
But street level just means that's where you operate. You're not in space. You're not Guardians of the Galaxy.
But Spider-Man was in space.
He did go to space. That's pretty cool. But that's not where he regularly operates.
Sure. I mean, Hulk doesn't regularly operate in space, but he's not a street level hero.
Until there's an entire Planet Hulk comic about him being in a different place.
I guess that's true. I guess that's true.
I did get to watch this super interesting story about what is this? The guy, the author of all the Marvels, and he read all 27,000 comics. Which is like, how do you even do that?
Well, so I've never understood being a fan of comics as they come out because, like, you're getting once a month a single book that takes you maybe 15 minutes to read at worst, you know? It just does not take very long. And then you got to wait a whole nother month for like another 15-minute quick read. And it's like, God, man, I just want to wait until it all comes out and then buy it in like a book form, like a thick book form, and just read them all.
Well,
He
when I
got
was a
all
kid,
of them and read all of them, apparently.
well, when I was a kid and I read comics, regularly, this was also the day and age where we didn't have binge watching available to us. So
True.
it was kind of common. It was the way it was to get a little bit of something and wait the next week or the next month for it to come out. But I would read that comic several times. I would look at the artwork for that entire month, waiting for the next issue to come out. And I think you get a better appreciation of it. Because I stopped reading comics back in the late 90s, probably. And I've gone back and I've read some books like you have, Ryan, like, you get all 12 issues or whatever it is, and you read them all for the story. And I did not get the same appreciation for it as I did when I was a kid. And I would go back and read them just over and over again for that entire month until the next one came out.
All right. Well, then I think you just annihilated my point.
Fuck yeah,
I'm an asshole.
Bring another one. Give me another point. Give me another point. I'll fucking knock that one out too.
Tee it up. Yeah, no, but it
was a lot of fun. And then with Doctor Strange coming out, I was actively avoiding the most recent Doctor Strange trailer because I heard there were some like big surprises and some big reveals that were in the trailer. I'm like, I finally want to go into a movie not knowing everything that's kind of been put out. And one of my buddies texted me. He's like, "Oh my god, I just saw in the latest Doctor Strange trailer. Can't wait." I'm like, "Dude, come on, man!"
Thanks.
It's a pretty big reveal too, and I'm like, I'm kind of surprised they even put it in the trailer. And I'm not.
What is it?
Did you watch What If?
Yeah.
Captain Peggy's.
Yeah.
Shows up in the trailer for the
Hershey. Oh, okay. So it's the British shield, the Union Jack.
Yeah, Captain Britain or whatever they're calling.
Yeah, whatever she was. Yeah, cool. Yeah. I'm really hopeful they use some of those what ifs. I do sort of hate that it's a cop out where you can have like that person died, but this is like the same exact person, only he's got like a pimple on his left ass cheek, and that's the difference.
Except the fact we'll never see Robert Downey Jr. ever again in these movies. Like, out of all the multiverses, out of all the crossovers, everything that happens, they're still not going to find a way to bring Robert Downey Jr. back because they can't pay him.
I bet they would.
A film.
Yes, they can.
They would if they want to pay him the $45 million.
They could do that.
Maybe he doesn't want to do it. It would take a lot away from it because, when you have certain characters pass away and then come back, like there's a certain like Marvel has said, Uncle Ben will never come back. They will never.
Right.
Out of everybody they'll bring back to life, Uncle Ben is someone they'll never bring back.
Well, it's pivotal in the progression of Spider-Man. I mean, it has to happen.
Exactly.
Does he make rice?
What?
He has.
Does he make rice?
He's known for his
Tim,
rice.
We might just stop inviting you to Last Call if you keep on. I'm just
At this point, we should just do Last Call from my parents' basement bar.
I was gonna say, so Last Call has mostly for a little while now just been Marvel movies and shows and smoked meat.
And smoked meats, which I ordered my meats. I ordered my meats for next week. I'll be in Memphis next week for the World Championships of Barbecue. I ordered six full pork shoulders, not just the butt or the picnic, the full shoulder, 6 of them.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Does that fit in the thing that you got all at once? Or?
I bought it to put 4 in there at a time, but they came in three per case, which is weird to me. Like, all right, like, why do you have 3 per case? Because there's.
I'll take it off your hand. I'll take one off your hands.
But I mean, I'm saying like each pig's got 2.
Right.
So why are you not doing 2s or 4s? Why are you doing 3s? But anyhow,
I was going to tell you, man. Kroger has I went there yesterday and they had a really good deal. It has like $1.99 a pound for butt, and I
can't use butts.
Why not?
Oh well, for you though.
Actually, I do need a butt.
Well, just for you to have around the house. I mean, it was like a whole butt for like $14.
I'm about to cook 6 shoulders. I'm gonna have plenty of pork
Yeah.
pork around the house.
And they had the full packer briskets, or I forget what they were per pound, but they ended up being like less than $90 per brisket,
which is crazy right now because meat prices are ridiculous.
Yeah, no, they were a really good price, but I didn't get any.
Well, there you go. It's a great story. I did find out that my brother-in-law, who is my only other cook, backed out today. So
Why?
I'll be doing. He got a promotion, and he's going to be doing training next week. Yeah.
Lame.
No, he's a good guy, good job, but it's he doesn't have that kind of I can do this next week kind of seniority in his job. He's still, on their schedule, not his. So if he wanted a promotion, he needed to do the training this week or this next week. So
I get it.
Yeah, it happens. So it falls all on my wife and myself to handle everything. Good times.
Right on.
Can you handle it?
Yeah, we'll be fine. Maybe I'll do some video clips from where we are and post them out there.
Yeah,
Nice.
that'd be awesome.
Get excited for tailgating.
I mean, I am. I'm already excited. I don't need your videos.
Well, how would you come up to Memphis and help me cook?
Wait, this weekend?
Next week.
The following one.
No.
Don't you gotta cook during the week though, right?
I'll cook. I'll do entries on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Saturday's the big day. Saturday's the big day. Friday is the ancillaries, and then wings and turkey breasts are done on Thursdays for some reason. So,
Sounds like a good day. I'd like to go to that day.
come on up.
The wings at least.
Come on up. It's only a 5.5 hour drive to Memphis. It's only a 5.5 hour drive to Memphis.
Only.
That's it. Seems like it would be longer. It's not
No,
bad.
they've improved the interstates through Mississippi, Alabama quite a bit over the past few years. So it's pretty much all interstate now until you get to Tennessee, and then it's not.
And if you can call what they've got in Mississippi an interstate. I mean, it does go
It's a
through
lot
the
better.
state into multiple states, but it is still like a clay road.
It is better. It is better, but you literally see that sign, "Welcome to Mississippi," and like you immediately see potholes and stuff. It's like dun, 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 dun. Way better than driving into Arkansas. Like this. So you guys know how much I hate.
We'll never go that far.
Never
You
been
guys know how
there.
much I hate the horrible state of Louisiana. I actually did this road trip around like the southeast, and I drove through Louisiana up into Arkansas, and it was the same thing. As bad as the roads were in Louisiana, when I went to Arkansas, it got even worse. It was really bad.
I don't really know how that's possible.
Arkansas is a weird state.
I feel like I've never been there, but then at the same time, I feel like I've flown in there for work. I just don't remember.
They have airports there.
I think so, don't they?
I feel like you fly into like Memphis or St. Louis or
You fly into every other state but theirs.
exactly. Yeah. I mean, I guess probably Little Rock probably has an airport. Because our guys probably flew into Little Rock for those games. But I think for Arkansas State, you fly into Memphis because it's like a 2.5 hour drive to Jonesboro.
And we need to get rid of that
That's-
school.
That's a game that I'm surprised I've not gone to. Having family in Memphis, why have I not like taken the kids to the grandparents' house in Memphis and then gone up to Jonesboro for Arkansas State game?
Because then you got to go to Arkansas.
You could go see their waterfall, right?
Well, now I can do it once every 8 years. I can make that trip.
Or you can miss it.
Well, I've done that for the past 8 years successfully. So,
Exactly. What's new?
is there any? I think we talked about this with the new schools joining, but is there any like Georgia State? Or sorry, Georgia. Is there any Sunbelt school that you're like, yeah, I really want to go do an away game there? That like, it's on my list. Before we leave this conference, I want to go do an away game with that school.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
um,
a toughie.
oh, in the conference, not out of the new schools. Okay, because there's none in the new schools.
Yeah. Out of the entire conference.
I really would like to go up to Boone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be okay with that.
And you're gonna hate this. I would really like to go to Lafayette once.
You want the food?
No.
I do. I want to go tailgate.
And you are the one that said that you can get good Cajun food anywhere.
I know, but here's the difference, because there it's like homemade tailgate food, which you cannot get anywhere. You know what I mean? It's a little different than going to restaurants. You can go to a good Cajun restaurant in Atlanta, but you can't go get like homemade whatever like you can there.
So I have a solution for you. You should go to Georgia State at LSU.
Is that on the schedule?
It is on the schedule.
It's like in 4 years,
somewhere.
No, I could do that too, I guess. But that sounds like, honestly, that sounds like a little more maybe commercial. I don't know. It seems like, I've been to an SEC tailgate.
Did you guys see that? I guess Garth Brooks played at LSU's stadium this past week. It's like 110,000 people at a Garth Brooks show.
I mean, Garth Brooks is a badass, so I get it.
Yeah. No, it was kind of crazy to see like the pictures from the whole thing. They kind of set it up. So normally when you play in these bowl type stadiums, you set up in an end zone or something, and you have like that back section that of the back section is closed off. No, they kept the whole thing open around the entire thing, so they had the entire stadium open up. He wasn't center; he was still off to the end zone, but they had the entire thing opened up. It was crazy.
Cool.
I'm not really a Garth Brooks fan, but it would be pretty cool.
I went to the concert at the Benz, and it was, as people said, not easy to hear.
That was the first concert in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and the acoustics were.
I think they've improved it somehow. I don't know how, but
the only knowing nothing about that kind of stuff, I feel like the only way you can possibly ever really fine tune the sound for something like that is to have a packed house, because you don't know how the sound's going to reflect off of everything and be absorbed by bodies and stuff. You got to figure out what it's like, how you're going to hit the highs and the lows here and there. And I don't know. So I wasn't surprised to hear that it was crappy that first concert.
We were near a speaker, so it wasn't horrible, but it was also not easy. So,
do you consider yourself a Garth Brooks fan? Or are you a?
Not really. I was taken to the Garth Brooks show.
You're taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one song that he has about the guy who finds out his wife's cheating, and he just drives his truck into the hotel room they're in or something like that. There's some line in the song is like he never hit the brakes and he was shifting gears. He's just driving his big old rig straight into the hotel where his wife's cheating on him. It's about murder and mayhem, and I like it.
Sounds like Garth Brooks.
Woo, country.
I know, right?
You're gonna take my wife's truck? I'm gonna take your life.
I like beach country.
Like what country?
That's not a genre I know.
It's just, it's just like a couple beats away from Jimmy Buffett. I don't know.
What did you say? Beach country?
Beach country.
Why can't I say those words? Yeah, so
beach
Jimmy
country.
Buffett. So Jimmy Buffett would be kind of like beach country. Why am I saying an F in there?
You're like beach
comfy.
I want beach comfy. All right, the beer is hitting. Don't need vodka tonight.
And this
Buffett,
this last call is going off the rails a little bit.
We need to get back on rails. Can we talk about the metaverse?
The metaverse.
I mean, the multiverse.
I didn't know if you were on a Mark Zuckerberg thing or just confusing Marvel. It's the Marvel verse, they should really call it.
What? There's another term for it? I thought it was the multiverse.
Hey, MCU.
It is the multiverse. I'm saying Marvel verse because it's Marvel.
Got it.
It's the MCU.
It is the MCU. Did you know
Marvel Comics universe?
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
Which now is not really cinematic because you have the Disney Plus shows, which
And isn't the MCU technically just the one universe within the multiverse?
Yes, it's Earth 199999.
Yeah.
Whereas the main comics is Earth 616.
Right.
Which I had something pop up today at work, and it was like the number was 616. I'm like, oh, this must be legit. So.
But then there's like the X-Men cartoon is like one that they're going to go into in the multiverse of madness.
Well, I think they're using multiverse of madness to pull in all kinds of shit, and I think that the mutants are going to be part of it. And they already have that X-Men 97 cartoon coming out on Disney Plus, which is a continuation of the 90s X-Men cartoon, which was fucking awesome.
It was awesome.
I'm the Juggernaut bitch.
What?
I'm the Juggernaut bitch.
I think that was from the movie, wasn't it?
They added it in the movie, but it was a fan edit where they did a fight scene with Juggernaut. The guy just goes, Juggernaut bitch.
Good. Cool. Well, are we ready to wrap this thing up?
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
I feel like we're wrapping up.
Thanks everybody for listening. Appreciate it. We'll talk about the season finale of Moon Knight next week. We'll talk about Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness, and beach volleyball, and men's tennis, and whatever else comes up. Whoever else Coach Hayes signs in the next 7 days. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.